Imagine a family torn apart by ambition, pride, and bitterness. Imagine a mother and son convicted of orchestrating a cold-blooded murder, while the daughter stands outside the courthouse, never charged, yet increasingly branded by the public as the real villain. This is the story of the Adelson family and how Charlie and Donna Adelson have, intentionally or not, made Wendi Adelson into public enemy number one in the murder of Dan Markel. To understand how we got here, we need to go back to the beginning. Dan Markel, a respected law professor at Florida State University, and Wendi Adelson, his then wife, shared what seemed like a promising future. But behind closed doors, the relationship was unraveling. Their marriage ended in divorce, and with it came a bitter custody dispute over their two young sons. Wendi wanted to move back to South Florida, closer to her wealthy and influential family. Dan resisted. This custody battle became the crucible that would eventually lead to tragedy. And it's here that the fingerprints of Wendi's family, her mother Donna Adelson, and her brother Charlie, start to appear. On July 18, 2014, Dan Markel was ambushed in his garage in Tallahassee. He was shot at point-blank range. He died the following day. Investigators were convinced this was not a random act of violence, but a carefully orchestrated hit. The trail led first to two hitmen, Sigfredo Garcia and Luis Rivera. From them, police traced connections to Catherine Magbanua, the woman who had been romantically involved with Charlie Adelson. And from there, the line drew ever closer to the Adelson family. For years, the case seemed stalled, but the FBI and state prosecutors were quietly building their case, wiretapping phones, recording conversations, waiting for the perfect break. That break came when Charlie Adelson was recorded on a wiretap, making comments that prosecutors later used to tie him directly to the murder plot. When his trial began, the evidence was overwhelming. Wiretaps, bank records, and the testimony of witnesses who painted Charlie as the central architect of the murder-for-hire plot. In 2023, a jury found him guilty of first-degree murder, conspiracy, and solicitation. He was sentenced to life in prison. But Charlie wasn't alone. His mother, Donna Adelson, had also been deeply entangled in the scheme. Evidence revealed that Donna communicated extensively with Charlie and Catherine Magbanua, helping coordinate payments and strategies to keep the plan hidden. Prosecutors described her as the matriarch mastermind. In September 2025, after a highly publicized trial, Donna was found guilty of the same charges as her son. She was sentenced to life without parole. Her attempt to flee the country, caught at Miami International Airport with a one-way ticket to Vietnam, cemented in the public's mind her guilt and desperation. And yet, throughout all of this, there is one figure who remains free, uncharged, but under constant suspicion: Wendi Adelson. Though prosecutors have named her as an unindicted co-conspirator, she has never been indicted. Wendi testified under immunity in 2019, denying any involvement. She insisted she had no knowledge of a murder plot, but the shadow of suspicion clings to her. Why? Because Charlie and Donna's actions, and the evidence revealed in their trials, seem to point straight back to Wendi's divorce, Wendi's custody fight, and Wendi's desires. Consider the motive. What did Charlie and Donna say was the reason Dan had to die? They wanted Wendi to be free, to raise her children in South Florida, away from Tallahassee. Donna herself had complained bitterly in emails about the inconvenience of traveling to see the children. She even described the situation as paying for daycare for the rest of her life if Dan continued to live. So when the Adelsons plotted this murder, it was in service of Wendi's freedom. Whether she asked for it or not, she was the one who benefited. And in the courtroom, that benefit became a weapon. But here's where it gets complicated. By focusing so much on Wendi's supposed desires, Charlie and Donna, intentionally or not, shifted the blame onto her. In defending themselves, They painted a picture of a daughter desperate to escape Tallahassee, a daughter they claimed to be protecting. The result? In the public's mind, Wendi became the face of the crime. Charlie and Donna may be behind bars, but Wendi is now branded with the scarlet letter of suspicion, without ever having been charged. Of course, the legal reality is different. Prosecutors need hard evidence to indict someone. Suspicion, even mountains of it, is not enough. That is why Wendi has not faced criminal charges. But in the court of public opinion, where whispers turn into narratives and narratives turn into judgment, Wendi has already been tried. So, where does that leave us? Wendi Adelson lives in South Florida, raising her children, carrying on with her life. But she carries a shadow that never leaves. Every time her mother or brother's names appear in headlines, hers follows close behind. Every conviction, every appeal, every revelation seems to drag her deeper into the narrative. Charlie and Donna may have paid the legal price, but by centering their actions around Wendi's supposed needs, they have made her the symbol of this crime, the lightning rod for public anger. She is, in effect, public enemy number one, not by indictment, but by association. And here's the deeper question. Is that fair? On one hand, it's undeniable that Wendi's situation, her custody battle, her wish to move, was at the heart of the motive. On the other hand, without charges, without a conviction, she remains legally innocent. But the story of the Adelson family shows us how fragile that line is between legal innocence and social guilt. It shows us how family loyalty, bitterness, and ambition can twist justice, and how narrative itself can condemn someone just as powerfully as a courtroom. So, what do you think? Did Charlie and Donna Adelson deliberately make Wendi the villain to protect themselves? Or is she truly the hidden mastermind of this tragedy? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you want more deep dives into true crime cases where fact and perception collide. And remember, justice is decided in the courtroom, but reputation is decided in the court of public opinion.